podcast. I'm your host, always, Stephen Henry. I got over there the head bear in charge, David Wayne.
I love my bear.
Down there sharing their space, it's the feminine energy of Matt Williams and Amanda the intern.
The masculine energy of Amanda the intern.
Yeah, that's raising.
You see that? You see that subscribe button down there? Go ahead and smash that shit as hard as you fucking can. Break your goddamn mouse
Like
or your
a bear.
iPhone.
I can't do it. I don't know what
Just put your iPhone down on the table and hit it with a fucking hammer right on the subscribe button. Maybe that'll work.
Sledgehammer.
Yeah, just make sure you got a nice case and then you're good. Look at that wood grain gripping, baby.
Yeah. Just get an otter box like the bear would.
Yeah. I have to, otherwise I'm gonna be smashing my phone like a puffin on a rock.
Bears and otters.
Yeah, smacking otters. They crack clams, I crack their skull. That's just how it works. You know? I gotta eat, Amanda.
They knew what they were doing.
I saw baby otters like in person. Like I got to hold one, and I can't. It makes me sad. I'm gonna cry, Davey.
How could you tell that baby was gay?
Yeah. You're lucky I wasn't there. I'd have just went crack that nut right now. No, I'm kidding.
Baby otter.
I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Oh.
I'd take it off, spin it around like a helicopter, and then throw it. No,
Feeding Pablo the baby otters.
Use that penis bone as a toothpick.
yeah. Yeah, just get it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You're like, Scott Bakula.
Yep. Scott. Quantum leap me, Sam.
Oh man.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
hear
man,
Matt got the
here's a joke for you.
microchips. Oh.
Here's a joke. How many baby otters does it take to paint a room?
Depends on how hard you swing them.
How hard you throw them against the wall? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an old shitty joke. It's actually a dead baby joke.
Yeah, it's a
Why
big
are we
joke.
throwing otters?
It's just a joke. It's like how many babies does it take to paint a room? Depends on how hard you throw them.
Yeah, calm down, Amanda. It's about human babies.
Otters.
Yeah, human babies.
Yeah,
They're human babies, but not the otters.
What's worse than nailing a dead baby to a tree, ripping it off?
Oh.
Are we just doing dead baby jokes?
No, I don't want to do those because that's
What?
too
Yeah,
heavy
well,
up
like-
top.
What do you get when you cut a dead baby in half? An erection.
What?
An erection.
All right, dude, we're really good.
We're
early
getting
for these.
canceled.
What's the difference between a trampoline and a dead baby? I take my shoes off to jump on the trampoline.
Jesus Christ.
What's the difference between dead babies and bowling balls? Can't use pitchforks to pick up bowling balls.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That doesn't-
All right, we got to move on. Our brain's getting warped by our dead baby jokes.
We're gonna get reported.
Yeah, it's been so long since we've had like a real how to die alone moment. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, we got to apologize next week for it. Apologize in
Speaking of
advance.
apologizing, so Amanda went to the Blueberry Festival.
What the fuck am I looking
Is
at?
that packaged peanuts?
I thought so at first. They're
Okay.
edible though.
Yeah, they're called Blueberry Puffs.
Mhm.
So
Blueberry puffs.
yeah, it's it's just like
It's just in a Ziploc bag, and I
Yeah.
paid $5 for them, and they're amazing.
There's nothing goddamn blue about them.
Yeah, they're somehow whiter than Matt.
it is slightly blueberry-ish.
Oh, like tint, like a blue tint to it. Do they
Yeah,
taste
it's
like
a blueberry
blueberries?
flavor.
Yeah, but it's like just like fried rings of dough essentially. And
Where's the Blueberry Festival at?
It was in the Villages.
Of course it was.
Oh my God! Yeah, so you just paid like $5 to an old woman that just made those in her oven
okay, well it's
in the
actually
middle of nowhere.
It's better than the pineapple festival in the Villages.
right.
That one takes a turn.
Yeah.
You guys had talked me up into the Villages so much that I had to go and see for it myself. So
You had to find yourself a nearly dead man.
yeah.
Scott, I'm doing this for both of us.
You just pretend to be like some
Blueberry
senile
festival,
old
dude.
man's granddaughter. You just go visit some old guy, like, hey, Pop. He's like, you're looking a little different, you know. Let's go to the Blueberry Festival. He just buys you a bag of fucking packing peanuts.
I know. Okay, so here's like you're saying, it's like just some old lady throwing stuff in a bag. Well, so this is called cottage food operation. So it says,
Operation.
yeah, so it's not subject to Florida's food safety regulations.
That's what you like to hear.
So it's basically got Corona on it.
They printed out said.
I didn't read it until like we'd already eaten several of them.
Yeah.
Contains wheat.
So
Well, they probably have to put that because they don't want to get sued and shit. So
It'll probably contain a little more than the recommended dose of rodent excrement.
there might be cocaine in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's a bonus.
Yeah. Well, I just like how they
or
just
sugar.
say-
You get some woman that's got like palsy and she's putting sugar in there and just like a whole fucking bag ends up in there somehow.
And
Yeah.
Davey's like, 3, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the bottom 3/4 is all
Yeah.
powder.
I just want your blueberry puff private stock. I just want the powder. Can I get the gentleman jack version?
Yeah, it's like Prince Albert's private stock.
Yeah.
Eat'll-
I just want to snort a blueberry puff fucking dust off that wrinkly ass of yours. Grandma. It's like fucking let's do this.
Pull it taut so I can actually get in the crenellations.
Yeah, dude. You're leaving a lot of good in there. You know what I mean?
The wrinkles actually form the lines for you, and then
Oh, there you
make it taut.
It's Mariana's Trench trying to get in there.
Mariana's Trench stench.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Trying to sniff that puff dust, you know what I mean?
You just see David just saying, "Born on the bayou."
Yeah. Come out with just overalls on.
He's got a tie around his head.
Yeah. He looks like Rosie the Riveter when he does coke.
Just
Yeah.
putting the pinky in. Just
Oh.
That's what I was gonna do on my way home. Is just dip my finger in the bottom of the bag and like,
just gum it.
yeah.
Yeah, do like in a movie where they slice it on the pinky and like, that's good shit. Oh yeah, that's the shit.
I just want to see one time in those movies where a cop like puts it on his mouth and then he just keeps doing it. It's like, I got tested again.
Yeah. I'm not sure. That wasn't a good dose.
Yeah.
Just three more, I think I'll have it.
Yeah. Let's get that long pinky nail. Like, that's my puff nail.
It's like, oh yeah, when you learn the song by ear, you just get it the first time you hear it. No, I gotta keep tasting this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned how to test cocaine by nose.
This is like figuring out eruption with my gums.
It's like that old joke where you had to, I sucked 10 dicks to see if I wasn't gay, or something like that. It's like, think of that
Like-
many? Like, how the fuck?
Like you had a punch card.
Yeah.
You get a vagina at the end.
Yeah. At the 10th dick, it's gay.
Yeah. Once you hit double digits, it's pretty much a wrap at that point. So you get 9 free dicks to suck, without the gay label, and then eventually, or bisexual, maybe you do both.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not gonna tell you either way, but here's your male romper. Like you can figure it out from here.
Yeah, here, get naked to take a dump in public.
Put on this floral romper.
It does sound lovely.
That post that somebody posted about like so much money about each sex act, and it was like if you're over so much money, what was it that you're the devil
Like
or
over
something like that?
$7,000. Yeah, so like
Even I got $7,700.
$200, like
Yeah.
like $3,000.
Yeah.
I think it went up to like 20,000 or something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Davey, I saw you posted on there. Matty posted, and then I was about to post my number, and then I saw Scott on there commenting on Matty's post, and I was like, oh, I can't put my number.
Why? I could open up some new options for you guys.
And it just types yes.
Yeah.
It's like yes and.
I texted him about it, and I made a joke out of it, and he was like, oh, I just assumed that it was all of them. And I was like, oh.
It's
I
just
mean,
he just sends you a pic of like a gif of a pit boss just sweeping the table, taking all the chips.
Yeah.
breaking it in, just like I take the house, baby.
Put the trash bag, just going,
Yeah. No, I mean it is.
We're gonna be rich.
I thought like I got 7,700. You had to get over 7,000, and it's like I'm pretty vanilla, so I was surprised that I even got that high. But
Yeah,
I think like I think all the
fucked
gay
up-
guys that posted it was like everything but eat pussy. I think was the
Yeah.
only one they didn't get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fucked up thing is that eating pussy was worth less than sucking dick.
That's
Like,
because
that's-
pussy is less valuable than penis.
That's just
we
the
know
pay
that.
gap right there.
Yeah, we know that, Steven. It's true. I don't know. It's not. But in society, that's just,
Low risk, low reward.
You make 33% less on the dick.
that's because dicks are nasty, dude. Like, I don't even know how women do that shit.
Oh my god.
Think
Well,
about
I think they probably
think about a
use
steak, all right? Just
like
think about like
a puff bag.
well, no, just think
That's
about think about an actual steak that like a chef like just destroys for like, I don't know, 20 something years, constantly beating it up, and then now you're gonna just put that in your mouth.
It's not the same though.
It's not even
It's
close.
like, but I'm hungry.
I know, but it's way worse. That's what I'm saying. Like,
So is filet mignon like uncircumcised dick? Because
yeah,
it's got like the bacon around it.
yeah, nice little petite sirloin, petite filet. It's only a 7 ounce, okay,
Yeah, it comes with
not a
potato.
9 ounce. No, the
For a woman too. That could work for like either way. That analogy.
I guess, yeah. But women are more gentle. I imagine like when women masturbate, there's candles and
It's-
like their fingers are like really like, soft because they always put on lotion and shit from Bath and Body Works.
You
So they're not
never-
like they're not going aggressive in there. You know what I mean? And that's how I imagine it.
Except for Amanda's like.
Some people got power tool fucking dildos, I guess, and whatever works for you. You're like, this one's called the jackhammer, and you just lay down.
Man is like, I don't want to hear about the gas prices. You know how much this diesel's running me?
Yeah,
This is diesel.
I gotta wear a goddamn fucking oxygen mask to make sure I don't pass out and kill myself in this room while using it.
Gotta crack the window.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, don't operate generators inside.
yeah.
Gotta
She
ventilate
cracks
the
the
snaps.
window. It's like the neighbors are like, "Is our power out, honey?" Because the neighbor's running a generator. I don't know, like the damn leaf blower again. But I can't see them. No one's ever blowing leaves.
They don't have any trees.
But a fuck machine that aggressive, you just gotta go straight to axle grease. Lube won't do. Gotta crack a barrel with a crowbar.
It's like when a space shuttle takes off, they have to dump like 300,000 gallons of water. That's how loud it is.
That was 300,000 gallons of water-based lube.
Somebody comes over. Are you just spilling like your own alcohol? No, that's my lube barrel.
Yeah, people watch it from 3 miles away.
And the aftermath, they're like, "Do you just re-popcorn the ceiling?" It's like, stop asking so many questions.
Yeah.
This stalagmite be some of me.
Well, somebody else posted a thing. It was like, is it if you got cheated on or something? What's worse, like anything with the mouth or like vaginal intercourse?
What's worse?
Yeah, like if like I don't know.
I think it depends if you have kids, because you don't want like your wife to go fucking blow another dude and then kiss your kids goodnight.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I always thought like because anything you put in your mouth is a kid.
Only daddy's stick.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I always thought. Anything you put in your mouth is like intimate. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that.
You
You
said-
can, I can be cucked by an angel, but I don't
Yeah.
want, as long as they don't blow them.
Yeah, because he's usually not down there anyway. So he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's bad points of both, Davey.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I mean, because then that thing's gonna be wrecked.
Yeah, well, not even just that. Like, there's the pregnancy risk, and that's the fucking nightmare.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just some other dude blasting ropes in your bride, and then you gotta like raise this fucking thing, or I don't know, like hang out with her in the fucking Planned Parenthood waiting room.
You should tell your cuck joke.
What? I forget what it is.
His life.
Oh, yeah, what is what does a Jewish woman that always cheats on her husband wear? A yarmulke. Thank you.
Look, if you're watching this, I know you want to unsubscribe, but listen, hear me out.
And
Matt,
got some
Matt won't
plugs.
be here anymore. All right, just know that he's done. He told us the one about baklava earlier. You don't even want to know the setup. Just know it's horrible. All right?
This Barkamoli.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's so much worse than baklava.
A baklava would be.
That would actually make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are words that go together.
We're here for you.
Yay!
Oh, good.
Matty, we're just punching up your jokes, dude.
That's
You're gonna
fun.
come back with a whole new set.
I'm gonna punch up Matty.
Gonna rearrange your face.
I did the we had a couple shows last night.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was good. Like far as it came out, did a guest set and went well. But like the feature brought like 25 people. Like thank God, because if he didn't, there would have been like, 10 people there.
Good Lord.
Yeah, the first show was like that too. And like at the club, like everyone was like sitting against a wall, like when I got up basically, or right before I got up, like two women sat in the middle of the room.
So it's like a middle school dance.
Dude, it was sucky. So I'm on stage because it's not a corner fucking stage. So I'm like looking to the left, and I gotta look all the way to the right, and then there's two people in the front now. I'm like, it's just I'm working way too hard moving for you motherfuckers. Can't I just stand here and tell jokes? It doesn't work like that.
The worst part about that is the whole like laughter being infectious thing, and when they're not together, it doesn't carry.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of coach and be like, laugh real fucking hard if you don't feel it, because otherwise it's not going to translate over there.
Yeah, so like it would start on the right, like I was killing with the right side of the room. They're laughing, but somewhere in the middle it would die out as it transferred to the other side of the room,
Yeah. There's a time delay going from coast to coast.
Yeah. It was like an echo. It was like I was just like, what the hell? Like, what's happening? The room's not even that big. But they were fun, man. I'm getting like, I don't know, I was having fun, just comfortable on stage. It doesn't matter at this point. Like, I don't care if it's fucking 5 people.
Davey's like the guy
doing what I do.
the wave going, but like only 10, like 4 or 5 people go, yeah. And he's like, come on.
I'm the wave guy. I started that wave. You always
He's
get
Davey
hyped.
Wavy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, please.
I did do
keep
that.
going.
Just Davey and face paint and shit.
What?
Yeah, we need to start going to Rays games. Not Davey Wavy trying to get cut out to do the wave.
How does Virginia have no
Oh,
sports
that's good.
teams, or do
Step up
they?
there.
We have all amateur shit. Not amateur, like AAA. Like we have an AHL team, which is like right below the NHL, and we have a AAA baseball team right below the majors. And we have a soccer team. We have the Hampton Roads Mariners.
But I mean, that's what I said. You guys don't have any professional teams.
No, it's just not big enough, man, because the thing
Nowhere
is
in
like,
Virginia?
oh, I guess nowhere in Virginia. I don't
All
think
right,
so.
sorry.
No, you're fine. It's a big college area. So like the big college towns are like Blacksburg and that's where Virginia Tech is. And then the Virginia Cavaliers are in Lynchburg, I think, or some shit.
Those
I
are
don't know.
cute dogs.
But like what happens is like where I'm from, Virginia Beach, TV, it's like we're called like 7 cities. So there's like Norfolk, Portsmouth, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach, Williamsburg is lumped into there, Hampton, Newport News. So because of that, yeah. What?
You've named all 7. That's...
Oh yeah, nailed it. So because of the 7 cities, like what happens
They're
is
the Dragon Balls of Virginia.
yeah, basically. But so what happens is like the Admirals, they used to be called the Hampton Roads Admirals, but because the stadium was actually in Norfolk, like the rest of the towns don't get any benefit from that. You know what I mean? Like because Norfolk gets all the traffic, they get all the fucking people coming down there. So they were like, why the fuck are you getting to use the Hampton Roads logo when if I live in Hampton, which is like 45 minutes away, we don't get any of that revenue stream or whatever you want to call it from parking and job creation, So that's why they changed it to the Norfolk Admirals. So that's why we can never get a professional team, because they'd have to get all 7 cities on board. But it's like, where do you put the stadium? And then is it like, how's the the revenue going to affect them and all that shit?
I mean, isn't there like a middle of all those 7 cities?
Yeah,
probably Norfolk. Norfolk's like the closest
geographical center, which is definitely a hospital or an orphanage or like an inner city school?
What?
Because that's the plot to every movie, right?
Yeah.
Like if
What?
they want to build a new stadium, it's always in the middle of it, like disenfranchisement.
Yeah, something that they don't want to tear down.
Like the rec center.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, and they
Or
have to
ski
like,
resort.
yeah, so like some, people, some hippie sits in front of the plow or something.
Yeah.
Chains himself to
Don't
it.
plow, yeah,
Don't plow on me.
yeah. Don't tread on me. That's the hippie version. Don't plow my house, man.
Don't plow my
Don't sow my oats.
Yeah.
truck.
Dude, Matt, speaking of infringements, you got the vaccine, right?
Yeah, I got it on Wednesday.
You're on the grid, baby.
Yeah. Did you get your number?
Dude, it was at the Florida horse park.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's
So
a horse park?
yeah, it was out in the middle of a horse park.
Is that like
Wait
a
a
dog
minute.
park, but you bring your horse?
Was this a real vaccine?
Yeah, I was about to say, is it a real vaccine or did you just get fucked by a horse?
Yeah.
You're like, trust me, this is the injection. Just take it. You're like, all right, you guys are scientists. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys have the science jackets.
I thought it.
Science,
You-
yeah, science jackets.
I accidentally called a lab coat a science jacket the other day, and Scott will not let it go. So then
That's hilarious.
I came here and I saw Brandon's medical jacket, and I was like, "Look, a science jacket."
And Matt, you called him after. You're like, look, I got some side effects. I've been like leaking toaster strudel glaze out of my ass.
I've only been eating oats and carrots.
Yeah. You
Did
said if it's sore for more than a day, it's been 2 months and it's still
Did you not question when they didn't go in your arm?
No.
And when they give him an inflatable donut to sit on.
You're like, guys, I don't want to say anything, but I used to go to med school and I'm pretty sure this is not how you do vaccines. And they're like, dude, a lot has changed, all right, son. You know,
They're like, here, sniff this rag.
he calls up Brand. Is this how they do it now? Brand's like, yeah, let's see where this goes. Yeah, that's how they do it. No.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be a can of cinnamon rolls.
I know, just like hanging out the old floppy, like giant lipstick as they walk around. Did I remember every time? Like, it's so funny because like I'm such a fucking child. Like anytime I see that, I just laugh. And then it's always funny because there's always like a little kid that's like, "What's that, mommy?" And I'm just like, just because I'm like, I'm such a fucking child, I'm like 12-year-old internally. So it's just so funny to me.
You laugh because you're at a good safe distance from it.
That too.
Otherwise,
It's like
just fear.
At Busch Gardens in Virginia, Williamsburg, they have the Clydesdales, and those things are like Jesus Christ. Like I don't, I wouldn't want to take that. Is all I'm saying.
Just kidding.
Yeah, just like
Big old legs.
So you-
oh, that's why she did the Clydesdale.
Is
Yeah,
this a roasting episode? Is that what's happening?
I don't know. It's probably
Isn't every episode?
Yeah, we always roast somebody.
The way it was run, it was like if anybody was pointing you
They made you
somewhere,
run?
it was
They made you run the
way
track?
it was run. Yes.
Matt's like, this ain't leg day.
I'm like, sir, we got to get your heart rate up to make sure the the dosage takes.
They made you run around the horse track.
Got to get it deep in the bloodstream.
Yeah.
Is your arm sore?
Not really anymore. That was
Like a day or
was
two?
The worst part was the it was weird because I was like, am I having a heart attack? Because this is getting like really far down my arm.
What?
Because yeah, the pain goes from like your injection site and then just kind of starts spreading down to your.
That'd be a stroke though, wouldn't it?
No, not.
Oh yeah, heart attack. That's right. The left
Yeah.
side of your body goes numb or something.
Why
You
does
started-
it do that?
So what I was reading was that you have like interleukins, and that's what it's like causes inflammation and says like, hey, there's an infection, get over here, pick this shit up and take it to the lymph nodes. And so like that just starts like spreading down your arm, and so like it's calling like inflammation, like
You just made my hand.
Is it like internally?
I don't
Huh?
like this.
Like internal inflammation?
yeah.
Did you
Is
start
it-
smelling
is-
toast?
Yeah, start smelling burnt toast, whatever.
I smell strudel.
Yeah. Oh, you got the German kind.
Diabetes.
That's the German.
You
That's the
smell,
German
you smell
vaccine.
toast, you smell Pop-Tarts.
You smell blueberry puffs.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't regulated by the FDA.
Yeah. You're like, yep, neither is this injection, sir. Good luck with you.
Yeah, it's
When you-
experimental.
When you eat some of those blueberry puffs, does like the walls start to bleed or anything? Like...
Amanda, it's happening again.
Oh, he's going into epileptic seizure mode or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, when the now is it the vaccine? Is it like a flu vaccine or shot where it's like they're putting dead cells in there, so that way the body can recognize it in the future or something?
No, see that's why this one's different. Is
That's like
that
an
they put in
active.
the messenger RNA. So basically, what it does, it goes into your cells, and it makes. And what our cells do is they take this like strip of stuff that tells us what it is, and it basically makes all the proteins, but none of the virulent factors of it.
It's always
okay.
about protein with you, isn't it?
We're producing the virus, but it's not active.
Okay. Well, because I always thought they put
They
like
can be like, oh yeah, we know what this is.
yeah, but a lot of times they put like the actual like a
No,
form of the
that's
virus.
not.
This one they're not doing that. They're just putting like a certain part of it.
They're putting the spikes from the virus, and that's
Gotcha,
my
okay.
understanding.
Yeah.
We haven't had
Well, how come some people are still getting the side effects though? I
Yeah.
guess they have a weaker immune system.
Like polio or something,
Yeah.
like polio or TB.
What do you mean the side effects?
Like some people are actually getting like COVID side like symptoms, but like mild.
Well, my understanding is like women are predominantly getting them for some reason.
Yeah, I think it's high. They're more likely to, for some reason, feel them. But Katie just had a sore arm. That was
Well,
it.
that's
For like
one of the
a
things
day
with
or two.
COVID stuff. They're like, well, it's giving, COVID-like symptoms. Well, COVID sounds like a really bad flu also. So it's like, yeah.
Well, it's part of the shingles family. Or no, herpes, where it's like shingles and chickenpox and all that shit, where it can just flare up at any time.
Well, so the virus isn't actually what's causing that, though. The virus is causing the immune response, which is causing the symptoms, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because your body heats up to fight off shit. That's
Like
right.
people think the virus is actually doing it, but like it's just your body's response to the virus.
Yeah,
is
they're
what's
like,
killing
hey,
you.
yeah, we gotta fight this thing off. So let's go fucking full.
Yeah. And that's what makes you
Full
die.
send.
Actually. Like the coronavirus is like making an inflammatory response, like in your lungs, and so all this shit floods to your lungs, and so they can't make that process stop.
Can you explain cytokine storms, Matty?
No.
Can you explain why humans glow in the dark?
Because Matt's pale as fuck. That's why.
Can you tell us why we glow in the dark?
It's like a human nightlight.
According to Matt's professor, he glows in the dark.
Yeah. It's
We
like,
might if Manatee County's freaking thing breaks.
Dude, this is why I
shine
love.
bright like a Matty.
Yeah. This is why I love our podcast, because up top you get dead baby jokes, and then now you actually get real information about real. You just got to get through the dead baby jokes. They're like, dude, trust me, just listen. You're gonna get good knowledge about the vaccine. This guy's almost a doctor. Just listen, all right?
Just step over those baby corpses. And
and being raped by a horse.
Well, you know,
we'll get you the game stonks and everything.
Yeah.
Get the stonks.
You'll get the secret to life. You can just get through the fucked up part in the beginning.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's the
I was trying
secret,
to remember was cytokines like help mediate the inflammatory process. So like those are usually released when there's an infection or something like that. So they just help like bring other cells over, I think.
I know my body doesn't do that.
I was like, cytokines and interleukins are. I was like, I think they're kind of similar, but then like if someone's actually like good at microbiology, they're like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking
we just hate
Matt.
about?
Matt, it's the fucking mitochondria is the powerhouse of the goddamn cell. All right. I remember that from like 7th grade when I had to make that stupid little fucking nucleus thing and cut it in half, the little foam ball, and put the little shit on there.
Yep.
That's the only one I remember that I couldn't pay. It
Yeah.
looks like a little fucking like pea pod or something.
So I had this question in my physics class, and the professor said, well, there's 2 questions. The first one was, why are we able to see somebody in a lit classroom? And it's because we reflect light.
You especially.
That's why,
do.
that's why we could see each other, because we're not emitting anything. We're just reflecting light that's coming in. That's all sight is.
Because it's
So-
lit, fam.
So we're like giant reflectors.
That's why the vaginas are the devil.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing in it. It's of darkness. And then he switches it around and he says the reason why we could see people in a dark classroom, and the answer is because we emit infrared radiation.
What? Not true at all.
That was what he marked as the correct answer.
Yeah, that's the correct answer. Is like we can see people in a dark room because we emit infrared radiation.
That's not true though, is it?
I mean,
Well,
maybe I
okay,
do because
so
of the
no,
amount
no,
of X-rays I
which-
take.
Yeah, she might because of the fallout, but
Well, like, yeah, we do. Like it's like heat.
It's
Yeah.
not perceptible to the human eye.
Exactly.
Right.
However,
Yeah, exactly. Like, and it says like we can see each other. We,
yeah.
people, and I was like, and I said no because we reflect visible light again, and also dark is, it's relative to.
well, dark the opposite of like without light. That's what dark is.
Well, dark is also vague. Like there's pitch black and there's dark.
That's true. If you're in a
Yeah.
pitch black room, you're not going to see anybody. I don't care how much fucking heat you exuberate.
Yeah,
Exuberate.
Whatever the proper term is.
it's coming
Expel?
out.
I don't
Yeah.
You can't see them. I don't know. Exuberate's not the right word, is it?
Exuberation,
like,
no breathing.
Putting on those goggles, and it's just like.
I meant the no.
I love Professor Davey.
Yeah. Expel. That's the right word, right?
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Whatever. I mean, I obviously would give off heat. That's why, because I'm wearing a hat, it traps in heat, so you get warmer.
The
Yeah.
word you want is actually shorter. It's 4 letters. It's emit.
Emit. That's it.
Emit. Yeah.
Exuberant.
Yeah,
I thought it's emit.
yeah, it's like I got. Yeah, it's like
I mean, you can say emit, but it sounds like a power glove. It's
Is this exactly?
emit.
It's spelled with an E. E-M-I-T, right?
Yeah, but you don't put that much emphasis on the E. You don't
Oh,
call
okay.
him. You don't call the professor from fucking Back to the Future Emit Brown.
That's right, because there's no E on the end to make it a long vowel sound.
Yeah, imitate.
Emit. Well, that's how he is in France or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to eat sandwich in Australia.
Back to the Francois.
Yeah, so I was like, well, it's got to be because we reflect the visible light again. He's just like, no, and so I had to.
He just like rolled up a newspaper. And was like,
Yeah, so I had to write him an email and be like, no, if it's in a dark room, no matter if you emit that, you literally cannot see it. It's out of our vision of sight.
I like how most students would have just chalked it up and been like, all right. And Maddie's like,
But cold-blooded animals,
Actually.
cold-blooded animals can see it, right? Like snakes, they can see the heat like coming off us, can't
Yeah, I was like, yeah, but I like, hey,
they're
you
not
guys are,
human.
yeah. Just like, y'all remember that one time the power went out and then everybody started glowing like the Predator monster?
they?
Like,
Yeah. Like
Maybe
a
that's how
fucking-
you found out your professor's a lizard person.
That's a good call, Maddie.
we figured it
yeah.
out.
You
You ever see me eat flies?
Yeah. You ever see
I
him
wrote
blink 2 different ways?
Yeah.
Like,
You know what I can't see is these goddamn no-see-ums.
yeah. But I can sure taste them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was his response
So-
to your email?
Nothing. He didn't write me back at all.
That's the response.
You're failing now, dude. You're gonna get a shitty grade on your next test.
So then we have the lecture, and he comes to that question. He's like, one student even sent me an email arguing about the human eye, and I was like, took myself off mute. I was like, yes, because you're physically unable to see infrared light.
So,
He called him out in a Zoom meeting, Matt.
Hell yeah, I did.
Matt chose violence.
so,
He said
so
the host
Matt,
had ended your session instantly.
Yeah.
He was just like, what? Got kicked out of class. Did you go to the principal Zoom meeting?
here's the response you actually got to that email.
How do I reach these kids?
he Did Matty
Wait,
first.
so who's right? Because now I'm confused.
Yeah, well, like that's
You're right,
that's
Matt?
like-
Or is the physics guy right?
The way the question's phrased, Matt's right, but in fact, the professor is right. We do emit
yeah.
infrared radiation.
I was like, I understand that we do this.
But we can't see it without like special like goggles.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He was like, well, you can have a camera, and I was like,
Who the fuck carries an infrared camera around with him?
And Matt's like, that wasn't in the fucking question.
Maddie's like, if I can't see it, it's not real.
yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, well, you're basing this question on assumptions we don't have.
Yeah, it's not in the question. A bunch of hypotheticals.
Yeah, and then actually somebody else took themselves off mute, and he's like, yeah, he has a good point.
Y'all both were in the principal Zoom meeting.
Yeah, and so it's like I know what the correct answer is, but for me to accept that, it's like I can't accept a wrong.
Yeah, see, this is why me and Matt get along, because I get hung up on the verbiage like that too. It's like, no, you didn't say that though, and they're like, well, you know what I was implying. No, I don't. I don't know
No,
what
that's
you're
why
implying.
Maddie's
Like,
single,
this-
though.
This is a very important question I have to ask. Is your teacher a native English speaker?
He is not.
Wow. So you're just bullying a foreign man?
I'm gonna
Foreign or not, you're still wrong.
I'm gonna assume by that.
Listen here, Ruski.
Yeah, he's Indian. Is he Indian, Matt?
Listen, you drunk fuck.
Matt, is he like Indian?
Cossack danced your way off the Zoom meeting.
Yeah,
I like how
he's
we're guessing. What is he?
Russian. What did you say? Italian, Davey?
No, Indian.
Did you know? He's Hispanic.
Oh, okay.
Latinx.
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 Latinxer bell.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like, I was like, I know what you're saying, but it's not correct.
Yeah.
I was like, for me to accept this answer means I can handle saying that I can see in the dark.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're like, we don't glow in the dark. We're not like Tetra
Yeah.
Fish.
And so our lab partner was like, well, I guess he just operates on a different wavelength than the rest of us. And I was like, that's it. That's
Yeah, because Illuminati.
yeah, he's elevated beyond what
Maybe
humans.
he can see an infrared because the lizard people. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's a lizard person.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's a Latinx.
Superpower?
Yeah, they've been able to do it the entire time, but just haven't told us.
Those dirty
My God.
dogs.
We're gonna get attacked.
My God.
No, we're not. It's fine. We're just joking around.
Nobody makes it to
What,
the end of the episodes anyway.
Like that's the most
Exactly.
harmless stereotype. That's such a harmless stereotype. Yeah, Hispanics can see in the dark.
I'm clipping it and putting it everywhere.
But why are the churches so full of candles then?
Yeah.
They could just walk around in the dark. The Mexican church.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they have like an affinity for snakeskin, like snakeskin boots and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know,
Danny Trejo is basically the predator.
kind of close, dude. You just like fucking dread his hair. Who might be? He is a scary looking man.
Dude,
Just strikes a match on his face.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
that reminds me of Clark's situation with Venmo and the
Oh
Cuban
God, yeah.
Sandwich.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
wild.
It's yeah, it's such a wild ride, and I'm totally up to.
He struck a match on his
That one.
face.
It's exactly that, yeah.
I haven't
No.
really been keeping up with it.
Oh, so
Basically,
It's a
they're-
lot of reading, Matty. You know me.
the-
It's like
they're
a-
stopping him from paying someone for a Cuban sandwich because he said Cuban in it, and because America is such like a backward shithole that we have sanctions on places like Cuba. They can't process the payment.
what
even though-
was it, Venmo or something?
Yeah, because they can't have a financial transaction that has anything about Cuba, Syria, the Crimea region, Russia, Russia,
I
China.
thought Obama lifted the fucking.
No, not China. Iran.
I thought Obama lifted the export ban or whatever it's
No,
called.
Obama promised a lot of shit he did not do. Like Guantanamo's open, the fucking Cuba thing never changed.
Mhm.
So they're still driving around like 1950 Studebakers and shit down there.
Chelsea Manning took a while to get out of prison. That was at the very end, like 8 solid years of just being waterboarded and shit.
Wow, dude.
We got
Yeah, that's right. Because he had a "I'm not gonna fuck with whistleblowers," and then when Ed Snowden came out, he was just like, I'm fucking with this one. He needs to go to jail. Like,
Yeah, it's weird. There's like no such thing as the actual left in America. But anyway,
Yeah.
Steven, what are you doing? We're gonna get all kinds of hate tweets.
This was
Listen,
a very educational
This
pod.
is a happy-go-lucky dead baby pod.
Yeah, you gotta
you're fucking it up by
Vaccinated,
bring in
but
that horrible
raped by
politics into
horses.
this. We're just trying to tell some nice, wholesome dead baby jokes and getting fucked in the ass by a horse instead of getting the actual
stereotypes.
vaccine.
just think of the American people as getting fucked in the ass by the horse. And that horse
the cock of capitalism.
is just 6 corporations that run everything.
Yep.
The horse cocks of capitalism.
Exactly. That just got a sign on the side of the horse's dick just says deep state.
Oh, it's fucking going deep, all right. All up in your estate. Ugh. Couldn't even imagine, dude.
I got some stories. if
I
you
don't
guys are
even like,
interested.
dude. I don't even like the feeling when I wipe too hard. I can't even
Exuberant.
imagine stuff like going in. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Man calls police on mom and friends dressed as dinosaurs in local park.
Mum, this is definitely British.
Yeah, it's British.
Yeah, mum. Who the fuck says mum?
I do.
It used to be
Canadians.
mum.
Mum.
Mom,
I guess Canadians do too, but I just
Yeah.
always picture British.
Yeah, because they're just English cucks. That's all they are.
No, I'm a French fucking cuck. All right.
No, do you know that Canada didn't actually officially separate from the United Kingdom until like 1978 or something?
No.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of their shit is like a lot of the names, like there's Wales or like Prince. There's a bunch of Prince like
Yeah.
areas and shit too. It's just like Virginia, where I'm from, there's a lot of that shit too.
Yeah, but that's so funny that like they'll judge America and it's like, bitch, you took 200 years after us to claim independence.
Yeah. But we got free health care. And then
Yeah.
they're just exuberating their
Yeah, it's like
excitement, right? Nailed it.
Yeah. You guys waited to end it amicably. We're like, you're toxic.
We're like, you get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. You throw tea in their harbor.
okay, bye.
Yeah, we went crazy girlfriend. on
Wait,
you.
so wait,
We're
so,
like, cannonball.
so like Canadians, like were they already there?
Canadians were there
like
when
when
we
we
got
came?
here. Like
That's what I
when
thought. So they were, but they originally came from Britain like a long time ago, kind of thing.
There were Canadians in Britain.
no, opposite, Matty. There's British people in Canada.
And they never just migrated south to the U.S. I guess they're like, no, that's
I'm sure
like,
some did.
that's Native American. With it's
There's
acclimated with the
Canadians
Native
that
American.
live in the U.S., baby.
No, what I'm saying is like when we came over, like in the 1400s, or whenever the fuck Columbus decided to come over, whatever the story is, we're taught. Were Canadian people already there, or were they just native? Like, or were they like Native Americans, just Native Canadians?
So let's be clear. Like Columbus didn't really discover. God, this is such a
Whatever.
he didn't really discover America. He discovered San Salvador, which is actually south of America. It's an island.
off of Mexico.
Yeah, it's I think it's like in the Caribbean. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
El Salvador, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, he didn't discover America. Like he did eventually from there, but like they started there in the 1400s and they didn't really get to America until the 1600s.
Okay.
The Pilgrims got here around the same time the Dutch did, and also another nationality I can't remember. Like the Dutch took over New York,
Yeah, it used to be called New
Dutch.
Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam. Yeah.
And then then British came and they changed it to New York.
Well, eventually
Yeah.
turned it to New York. That's why it's Brooklyn, because it used to be like Brookline or something like that, which is Dutch.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was just wondering, like, if there was like already like before we came to the Pilgrims or whoever came to the U.S. or the Dutch too, was there already like people in Canada?
Yes.
They were also British too. They just lived up
There were-
there.
Native Americans were not allowed to cross the Canadian North American line.
Okay.
You're saying that very confidently.
I'm just
It's
confused.
just a
That's
funny
all.
concept to me that like no
There's still border patrol.
no Native Americans were allowed in Canada.
But it's like, well, they always say like, you know, we landed at Plymouth Rock, so it's like, okay, those are like the first whatever to come from England or Europeans to come over from England. It's like, but if there's already Canadians there, they never just wandered like 200 miles south and just ended up there. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm.
I think they all arrived at roughly the same time, but like when you start talking about like
Okay.
years, And like we think about it, it's so easy to get from like Canada
Yeah,
to
I
Maine
understand.
now that we have
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah, and
But,
horse and buggy would take you like 8 months. You're like, fuck that journey.
yeah.
They're like, where are
weren't
you
exact-
going? You're like, I don't know. I'm just gonna travel south until I hit something.
I'm just
Like,
going
bye,
out
Bob.
for a
He just
ride.
I don't know.
gets the horses going and just buggies on off.
Maybe it's funny to think that somebody would just go to Canada and just be like, I guess it's just cold here, and it's always cold.
Yeah, we're just gonna deal with it. We're just gonna like build, I guess, strong enough houses to last through the winter. Like that's crazy to me.
My piss just freezes in midair, but like this is living.
Extreme. You got to stop before it actually gets to your penis, otherwise it'll freeze up in the urethra.
You said you have to crack it off before the ice gets to.
You have to cut it off. You have to stop midstream, otherwise it's like how like stuff freezes in midair. It's like
That's how you get those two-tone porno dicks.
yeah, dude.
Dude, it's like
It's frostbite.
it's like a little bit. You can
That was
take
the
it off.
original Viagra. They're like, I got to get hard. How can I do that? I'll just
Let's,
go piss outside and I'll get like a icicle in my urethra. And when I start fucking, eventually it'll melt and then I'll be able to come.
They didn't live long enough to need Viagra, Davey.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Died like when they're like 19.
Yeah.
Here, Tommy made it to 25. Oh.
Yeah, the people in the colonies are walking around rock hard.
All right, Stevie,
So-
go back up. Let's read this headline again because we kind of got derailed.
So, man calls police on mom and friends dressed as dinosaurs in local park. The quote-unquote killjoy called police after asking if she had a permit to dress up.
What?
I don't need no permit for. I got a right to dinosaur arms.
Yeah, well, they're wearing those like inflatable suits that are always funny, like T-Rexes and shit.
Well, it looks like a rave party wound up in the park.
Yeah, they're different ones, dude. That looks like
Yeah, because it just used to be the orange one, and then they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, we gotta jump on this train." So let's,
yeah.
Who's gonna
gotta
have
branch
their
out.
Viagra? I like
Yeah.
that gray one in the front.
That's
The gray one?
a raptor.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I think they're all T-Rexes, Davey.
Oh, okay. They're just
Really?
He's got like a mohawk or something.
He just looks angry.
Yeah.
There's like a snow one back there in case you want to do it in the
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
the-
stormtrooper.
yeah, the stormtrooper T-Rex outfit.
He
Can't reach anything. He can't fucking hit anything when he's shooting his laser blaster either.
can't even aim it because he can't sight the goddamn thing. It's-
Yeah. But look, there's kids, dude. I bet the kids are happy to see a bunch of T-Rexes running through.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
Look
can,
at Barney is in there.
yeah.
In
Yeah, the purple
back,
in the
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
A mom of three has hit out a killjoy idiot who ruined a park dinosaur run she had organized to keep kids entertained by calling the cops.
Mhm.
Samantha Clarkson, 47, and 5 pals donned the 7-foot-tall inflatable outfits on Saturday, April 3rd, while going for a walk at Mossbank Park in Bolton.
Well, this was last week.
Yeah.
Wow.
News travels fast about dinosaur tragedies. Their eye-catching costumes attracted scores of giddy youngsters who could be seen watching on in wonder as Samantha and her mates plodded around the park.
I love this line. This next line. Go back up.
They
But the
really-
laughter turned to tears when a man approached the group and asked if they had a permit before reporting them to police.
He's like, "Oi, all right there, you got permits?
Yeah. Hey man, you just talking like they're eating their face. Like,
You got a dinosaur walking permit for this here park?"
you don't have a permit, do you? There, do you now, ma'am? There, do you?
A little guy in like the flat cap comes up and be like, "It'd be a real tragedy. if you
Yeah.
got thrown out of this here park."
And the police come and they have those stupid like fucking two-headed Sherlock Holmes hats on. And they're waving a baton. Man, get out of here right now, ma'am. I'll have to write you up.
Oh my god! Just like
Take
a
it out to
have
Scotland
guns.
Yard. You get a right Roger in
Yeah,
you.
they don't even have handcuffs. They just beat you with batons. You don't even get arrested in England. They just beat you and you learn from the lumps when you see them in the morning in the
They
mirror.
ask you to politely put your hands in your pockets.
Yeah. Slowly. Slowly put your hands into your pockets. Like, wait a minute, what? That's like total opposite here.
I
The
think-
suspect's restrained.
I think the phrase
Yeah.
"learn from the lumps" would be a great album cover.
What?
Learn
What-
from the lumps.
One lump or two.
Yeah. It's your choice, madam. But I got to hit ye.
Oh my god! Hey,
She
lady.
looks nice. That's the woman that got in trouble.
She looks so happy.
And she's a mom of 3, like kids.
Yeah, a mom of 3. Yeah,
Sorry, mom.
respect their culture.
Yeah. Well, one of her kids could be 20.
Her husband's one of them too. Dude,
Yeah.
imagine that. Like you're now look here, all of some me, and my wife. We just I went fucking Australia for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were forced to flee the park.
Samantha, a childminder. What the? All right, now I'm getting worried. Like,
Isn't that just called a mom?
Oh, okay. Like she minds after children. Okay.
Mind your children, madam.
Yeah.
Mind your
Way
children.
different than a child minor. Child minder takes care of kids. A child minor, I don't know, probably uses them to get diamonds.
We were having a wonderful time and kids were loving it. Then we found out some idiot had phoned the police. I couldn't believe it. We were just trying to cheer some kids up after such a miserable year. We weren't hurting anyone.
Well, maybe you got to have the permits.
They were especially being safe because they were like fully
Masked.
covered.
Yeah. They were in a dinosaur hazmat suit.
Yeah.
Basically. They could have been out there fucking those kids and it would have been safe.
We had no choice but to leave because we didn't want to risk getting arrested. Although watching the police chase 6 dinosaurs would have been funny. Yeah, especially when the Benny Hill music kicks in.
You put running around.
Just like going back and forth. They're
They
like
speed it
chasing
up.
the officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the Bobbies waving the batons. And they're chasing them.
They both like stop next to each other, take a breather, and they're like, yeah, and then he's waving the baton, and then they just start take
Like,
off
they're
again.
going, like,
Straightens his hat.
Yeah. And then the dinosaur's chasing them at one point, and then like, oh, what's happening? And then it's
yeah, then there's a
Doors opening.
yeah.
Yeah, then there's a lady in lingerie.
That's so like, but what? I guess they don't really probably celebrate Halloween over there, do they? I was like, do you have to have a permit to go trick or treating?
Every day is Halloween in Britain. You just ask them to smile and you're like, oh!
Yeah. Is your name Jack? Perhaps.
Why would they not celebrate Halloween?
That's an American holiday, isn't it?
Well, maybe.
I don't know.
It's a pagan holiday. It's what All Hallows Eve is technically what it means.
Look, these kids are loving these dinosaurs, and some dick was just like, fuck this.
I don't like to see kids smiling now here. This is my park. I come out to this dreary park every day when it's raining to feel like shit on the bench. And now I gotta see happiness. Unacceptable. And he's like fucking calls up the police. Officer, there's a woman out here bringing joy to my dreariness day. How dare ye? I don't know, I just like talking like that. It's so fun.
Yeah, fuck them.
That's why you lost, bitch. No, sorry. Like I had anything to do with it. My ass wouldn't have been fighting anything. I would have just been like,
our moms go to playgrounds with guns. They're dressed up as dinosaurs and stomp around like idiots. Thick boy.
Plugs.
So what do y'all got to plug, Davey?
April 25th. Yeah, okay. I don't have much. April 25th will be a roast battle at the Vortex. I think it's called St. Pete.
Yes, sir.
And then May 2nd, I'm gonna be in Orlando with JJ doing that. I guess that Neon Room again. I think.
Yeah, nobody.
What
Sounds
was it
good.
Called? The Neon
Beach.
Yeah.
I love that Davey always knows his venues like spot on.
He knows them kind of.
All the time.
I know how to get there. That's all.
The one time you were like, it's at a brewery in Tampa somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I still don't know the name of it. Is it How Patter?
No, How Patter was Lake City.
Fuck. What's the one we did in Tampa?
I don't remember. That was months ago.
Yeah. It was near. It was like 6th Avenue. All right, like leave me alone.
So just find a brewery in Tampa.
Yeah, like if you really want to go, you'll fucking do the research. All right. That's how I know I got true fans. I'm like, dude, it took me forever to find this place. All right.
So they're just calling up. They're like, is there a big guy there?
Is there a big old bear there?
A big guy on stage right now?
Has he talked about him being fat?
So April 17th, I'll be co-featuring at Beef O'Brady's and Pirish.
Woo.
April 23rd and 24th, I'll be hosting at Snappers.
Woo.
And then April 30th through May 2nd, I'll be at Sides Blue. So come out for that.
Hell yeah.
Come out for that. April 30th through the 1st, April 29th through the 1st, I'll be hosting for Rich Voss. And then May 2nd, who knows what position I'll have. We'll see.
Doggy.
We'll see.
Always. All right, guys. I really gotta go. So
Like, subscribe, follow.
Love you guys.
Like, subscribe, follow. Love you.
Bye.
Goodbye.